This is video E2. It should help you with multiplying whole numbers times decimals. So the main rules for this are we count over the number of places to the decimal point, and that's how many places I'm going to have to move the decimal point over in my answer. Sort of like when we were multiplying by money, we moved the decimal place over 2 spots always. So here we go. Let's try some out. I'm going to start on the right side because that looks like it might be a little bit easier problem. I got 62.5 times 4, so I'm just multiplying like I normally do. 4 times 5 is 20. Down my 0, carry my 2. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 2 is 10. 4 times 6 is 24, plus 1 is 25. Now when I'm done with the problem, I notice I only had to count over one spot to my decimal. So I'm counting over one spot in my answer to my decimal, 250.0. Try the second one. 6 times 8 is 48. 9 times 6, 54, plus 4 more is 58. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 5 is 17. This time I had to count over 2 spots to my decimal, so in my answer I'm going to count over 2 spots in my decimal. My answer is 17.88, 17 and 88 hundredths. Right here we have a 2-digit times 2-digit. Don't worry about the decimal point at all until the very end when you're finished with your answer. 5 times 3 is 15. Put down my 5, carry my 1. 5 times 5 is 25 plus 1, 26. Marco Polo. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 5 is 10. Notice I have not done one thing with my decimal point yet. 5 plus 0, 6 plus 6 is 12. 1, 2, and 0 is 3, and 1 is just 1. Now, go to my problem, and I see I counted over one spot to that decimal, so I'm going to count over one spot to this decimal. My answer is 132.5, or 132 and 5/10. Try a few more. 3 times 4 is 12. Carry my 1. 3 times 6, 18, plus 1, 19. Carry my 1. 3 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1. Count over 2 spots. 2 spots. 1.92. Try the next one. 4 times 4 is 16. Carry my 1. 28, 29. Carry my 2. 8, 10. And I only have to count over one spot this time, so my answer is 109 and 6/10. 5 times 9 is 45. Carry my 4. 5 times 6 is 30, plus 4 more is 34. 5 times 3, 15, plus 3 is 18. This time I counted over 2 spots. Counted 2 spots, and my answer is 18 and 45 hundredths. Stop the video and you guys try out this row. 7 times 5, 35. Carry my 3. 49, 52. 7 times 0, 0 plus 5 is 5. 2 spots over, 2 spots over. 5 and 25 hundredths. 18, 54, 55. 45, 50. 2 spots over, 2 spots over. 50 and 58 hundredths. 8 times 1 is 8. 8 times 5 is 40. Carry my 4. 24, 28. Count over one spot. My answer is 280.8. Let's try some real world ones out. We got a can of Coke. It's 8.85 centimeters tall. How tall would a stack of 7 of those cans be? So since I'm stacking the cans all on top of each other, I'm going to need to multiply this. So I'm taking 8.85 times 7. 7 times 5 is 35. 56, 59. 56, 61. And then I had to move over 2 spots to get to my decimal there, so I need to move over 2 spots to get to my decimal there. 61.95 centimeters tall. It kind of makes sense. If you got 7 Coke cans and you stack them up, it would be less than a meter stick. It would not come up to your waist. A block is 2.54 centimeters tall. How tall would a stack of 18 blocks be? Well, 2.54 centimeters happens to be exactly 1 inch, so I know this is going to be about an 18-inch block, but my answer should be in centimeters. So I'm going to take the 2.54 times 18. Oh, 2-digit times 3-digit. But we're not worried about the decimal point till the very end. 8 times 4 is 32. 8 times 5 is 40 plus 3 is 43. 8 times 2 is 16 plus 4 is 20. Marco Polo. 1 times 4, 1 times 5, 1 times times 2. Add my numbers up. And now I need to move over 2 spots. So move over 2 spots, 45.72 centimeters. Stop the video when you try it out. Alright, we're buying a 6-pack of Snickers. Each Snickers weighs 98.4 grams, so 98.4 times 6. 4 times 6 is 24. 48 plus 2 is 50. 9 times 6, 54 plus 5, 59. Only had to count over 1 spot. Count over 1 spot, 590.4 grams. I know that seems like a lot. A little bit over a pound. Stop the video when you try it again. Box of goldfish weighs 1.87 pounds. How much would 13 boxes weigh? 1.87 times 13. 3 times 7, 21. 24, 26. 3, 5. Marco, Polo. We got 1 times 7, 1 times 8, and 1 times 1. Add them up. There's a 1, 13, 6, 14, 2, 4, 3, 1, and I had to move my decimal spot over 2 spots, so 2 spots over, 24.31 pounds. So when I multiply a whole number times a decimal, all I have to do is count over how many spots till I get my decimal in the problem. That's how far I count over in my answer.